Hashtag Black Lives Matter, really? We could talk about the enormous amount of money that is going to fund things like abortion that we all stand against, our tax dollars, the people who we are sending to Washington that are not doing what we've asked them to do, what they've told us that they are going to do, and they again and again and again promise us things, and then they get up there, they get caught up in the muck and the mire that is, you know, our state capitals, Washington, and we don't get what we sent them there to do. I could talk about, I met a new friend tonight that was at a pro-life event with me probably 5-6 years ago, Stephanie, and we were talking about being in this big banquet hall in one of the hotels here in town. I can't remember the exact specifics of it, but it was the night that they were knitting together the details of the health care bill. And you'll remember the Stupak 6? Yes. And how that we were so excited, they were standing so strong against the things that we stood against. And I can remember being in that banquet hall and it coming down. We got what we wanted. The Stupak 6 has been successful. And there was a huge crowd there and applause erupted. And I just stood there. And I noticed probably a handful, maybe 10, 20 of us that didn't applaud. And we all made eye contact and we knew it was a lie. We knew it was a lie. I had regretted many times not standing up and saying that night. I don't know if it was the fact that they'd already cautioned me that I had talked too much and I needed to remember I was the host and not the keynote. Maybe that was part of it. Maybe it was my fear. But what I want to talk to you, rather than all of that, just very quickly, is about perseverance and not growing weary in doing good. Words that you may recognize. I recognize faces. You guys are tired of writing your legislators. You're tired of writing letters, making phone calls, attending rallies. You gain ground to lose ground, and you are weary. But while we don't have the apostles to encourage us like they did the early Christians, we do have their words to encourage us to persevere and to not grow weary. Because, guys, this biotech company that has for 3 years gotten in where they needed to be with Planned Parenthood to gain the trust that they needed to gain to expose what they have exposed. Did you see the video today? Absolute horror. They have done the work. They have persevered. We don't know a lot about those. They identify themselves as journalists who care about life. I can't wait until we get to really know these heroes, because they are absolute heroes. They have persevered. They did not grow weary in doing good. Can you imagine the nights that they went home and thought, I can't do this anymore? Can you imagine going and seeing that horror in those petri dishes? I can't even fathom what they had to draw from to be able to continue to do the work that they were set apart at this time to do, just like we are now set apart to do the work, defund Planned Parenthood. Now is the time, guys. The groundwork has been done, and if we do not pick up the ball and do what they have laid out and made ready for us to do, we are going to have to account for that. Right. You were born for such a time as this. This is the time to defund Planned Parenthood. Call on your elected officials.
Right. Yeah.
The ones who promised you that they would get done what they've done. They're now in entrusted positions in Washington. Maybe they need to go on their own little sting operation like this biotech company did and expose the lies and the deceit that goes on in our capitals, in Washington, and say enough is enough. Abortion is murder. For those who it's touched your lives, I am so sorry. I've got so many close friends. I went to Christian University. Do you know how many abortions are performed because people don't want to face the wrath of the church?
That's right.
Dear friends of mine, God help me. I'm so sorry for them because it breaks my heart what they deal with every day, the hurt. But just because you have made a mistake, please do not continue down this path. Help us. It is now time. Call, write, attend rallies, do what you got to do to make sure we hold their feet to the fire, because the videos aren't done, y'all. What else are they going to show us? God help us. God have mercy on our souls. It is time to defund this mess once and for all. Do what you got to do. Defund Planned Parenthood now. Thank you.
Right.